Okay, we're gonna see if this is going to work. First, I have to make sure because a lot of times I go live, my mic doesn't work, something like that. So if we have anybody here yet, we're gonna. If you could just let me know if you can hear me. And I imagine it usually takes a little bit anyway. I when I first put this out, I thought maybe we'll do it tomorrow. Just well, not yeah, tomorrow we got a game. We got the Chiefs, so we can do that because I gave like no notice. But we're gonna see what happens. If you are in here, there's only like one or two people right now. If you can, just let me know if you can hear me. I posted it in my Discord, so that's basically. I imagine more the people coming in are probably from Discord, but I also put it on YouTube. I just didn't have a chance to give many people notice. So if anyone can hear me, let me know. If not, I'm not sure because I can't really see. I can see the screen. That's about it. I will reschedule it for tomorrow. Let me see. See if sound is okay. If it is, like I said, we'll get it started. Get a few people in here. I have to let my Discord know, and we will. The game should be starting in like 15 minutes, so it should be good. You can, okay, cool. Sorry, Swag Snoop. We're just basically hoping I gave enough notice, really, which was. I mean, I'll do this whether we have like I've done it before with 10 people, and then we've done it with like 100, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I like to give people more notice. Typically, I got off work and I'm like, fuck, I'm already sore and shit. Let's go live. So we're gonna try that and see what happens. But yeah, early on for a few people here. I do think I like the Cowboys the more I watch, and thanks for the people coming in and joining. I think it's going to be fun, and these kind of things we don't have to be talk about everything in here. So I've done a bunch of live videos before, and we talk about football obviously, but talk about whatever you want. So that's kind of how I like to do these things, kind of like a chill sesh, which is how I titled it. But yeah, I'm curious with the Cowboys. At first, I was not really digging them, if I'm being honest. I was feeling like, okay, a typical maybe prison pounding by the Eagles, or maybe the Cowboys cover, but it's not that competitive. But honestly, they trade Parsons away. I feel like the spread should be bigger. And someone in the Discord showed like a shot, basically a ridiculous boost on one of the books, and I'm sure other books were doing it, where the Eagles were getting damn near even odds. It was insane. So a lot of the public's going to be on the Eagles. I did wind up putting some a little bit down on the money line for the Cowboys. So in my last video where I did all my picks, I had Cowboys covering. I didn't really have them winning. I'm going to amend that and say, you know what, I think the Cowboys win this game for a plethora of reasons. I just watched Jalen Hurts' pregame speech. He talked like a guy that's going into halftime losing. Like first they're like, what are you going to do about Dak? And he's like, we're going to have to find a way to control this. And it's like, control what? You haven't even started yet. And then like a second later, he's like, yeah, we're just going to have to reset and get our heads back in the game. It was really weird. So if anyone else saw the pregame interview, maybe I'm overthinking it, but his head was down, no energy, just talking like a guy that was like knowing that he was going to be losing. We'll see what happens. So now what I don't like is the Bears, or not the Bears, I just found out the Cowboys apparently hired the most garbage coach ever. The Bears head coach from last year, Matt Eberflus. But the guy is a good defensive coordinator, and that's what he's doing. And it's all scripted anyway. I swear that guy was in no real league should that guy have ever been a head coach. Like I watched him blunder like 5 games with just ridiculous things, wasting timeouts, stupid challenges, stuff like that. So yeah, I saw he's on the Cowboys and didn't like my wager as much, but he's just a coordinator, so he's not going to be calling plays and stuff. So I think they're going to have the Cowboys win. I'm curious what you guys think. I'm not sure how, like I said, I have this set up. I haven't gone live in a while. What's up, off the easy? I remember the names really well, so I probably remember like everyone that's going to be popping in. So it's good to see you, man. I'm happy and grateful that you popped in here. And yeah, I would suggest props, but I don't really. I always pick bad props. So like I do well in fantasy, which is weird. Usually, I haven't done fantasy in a while. So actually, if it's cool, I want to talk fantasy for a minute because so I took Genti at number three, and I think it's probably one of the bigger reaches you're going to see. But I swear that guy is going to kill it this year. And I'm curious what other people about Genti. I'm like this guy in a scripted or non-scripted league. I feel, and that's kind of how I try and look at it. Let's look at it if it's because a lot of people are like, I think it's on the up and up. So whether you think it's scripted or not, like you look at Genti, you look at that team, like how would he not kill it? I might, yeah, I don't know if you caught me at the beginning off the easy, but I got Cowboys because of that reason. Not because of your family. I mean that's cool though too. But no, I haven't because of the money. I feel like the money's on the Eagles, so I feel like easy money for the Cowboys. And a lot of times I have noticed opening games they have paid out the public, so it has me a little concerned. Like I think last year, like my first 3 4 games that I picked, I was convinced because they were like complete traps, and I kept getting them wrong. And then finally, it kind of corrected itself. But you can let me know if it's like just me that notices that. It does seem like they have sometimes like around certain times they'll just pay the public for like a couple of games. So, but I actually I think this game makes sense for the Cowboys to win for a plethora of reasons. So yeah, you mentioned Joe Burrow. I have Bengals or Bills. I don't think it's going to be Chiefs, only because I feel like they're kind of like almost signaling the end of their dynasty. Chat disconnected. Please wait. Oh, okay. The chat got disconnected for some reason, so I'm not sure why. If that happens, I'll try my best. But it looks like we're good now. But I actually think that the Chiefs losing and not three-peating, I almost feel like they'll get another one. But I'm getting Warriors vibes where they're not just going to keep on winning. I think Josh Allen or Burrow, and I kind of lean Burrow more than Allen, is going to get his ring. I just have a feeling. I could be wrong, but so I do agree with Burrow. Commanders could totally do it. There's the NFC I'm way more open to. The AFC I just don't believe in the Chiefs, and I'm not big on the Ravens. Whereas I do really believe in two teams, the Bengals and then the Bills. In the NFC, it's interesting because there's a lot of teams I could actually see doing it. I have some sleepers like the Falcons and Bears. I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl, but who win the division. And then obviously you got your Lions, you got your Niners who are always and have a chance. And now you got possibly the Packers. I don't think so, but Commanders definitely a possibility though. I definitely agree. And Green Bay, a lot of people were saying Green Bay last year for different reasons, but so it seems like Green Bay is pretty popular. So we'll have to see there. Yeah, I don't believe in the Patriots at all. I thought I could be wrong. I thought they had the ability to draft Genti, and they didn't. And again, like I was just watching. I've been on Genti since just watching what he's done in college. And again, a scripted league or real doesn't matter. Like real league, this guy's going to be huge. And I saw the Raiders got him, and they got Bowers, and they're going to be a sick team this year. So yeah, they play the Patriots week one. I get why people like Drake May, and I think the Patriots might be a little better, but I don't see them doing much, to be honest. Green Bay could, I wouldn't be shocked if Green Bay did it. To be honest, though, I think a lot of people aren't seeing, not seeing, but maybe not understanding the value that Caleb Williams brings. So like Chicago is such a big market, and they find like it's also a very, what should I just say, passionate fan base, kind of like Philly, where you're not going to make it really in Chicago if the fans don't accept you. So I feel like Caleb has a big enough following where he can be a huge name, and that's they've been looking for that for such a long time. So that's kind of why with the Bears, I kind of keep my eye on them. I feel like Caleb brings something to the table that Love doesn't, that JJ doesn't, and that even, well, especially Goff doesn't. So I could be wrong. I just feel like Caleb's that guy. it's weird, Snoop, because like I've seen the guy, and this is where I feel like they sell sometimes, because I've seen him make like perfect throws on the run, whatever, sidearm, and then I've also seen him like take stupid sacks or like you said, like just completely miss a guy. So I don't. A lot of that is why I feel like the NFL's rigged. I feel like these athletes would not be this inconsistent. But again, like rigged or not, like they bring in Ben Johnson, right? You bring in offensive players, you bring in Birdie and Loveland. To me, it's like they're setting up the Bears for success. And then the schedule's not that hard. I mean, they got a hard division, but a lot of primetime games, a couple gimmies if you ask me. They got the Commanders. Obviously, they're winning that one to get their vengeance from losing the Hail Mary game. Stuff like that always winds up happening. So I already got money put aside for that game. My lock of the week would probably be I am between a few games because I really do. Speaking of Caleb, I do like the Bears. Them being 50-50 against a team that had a very good season last year. Didn't lose that much, probably got a better quarterback, kind of suspect. So I love the Bears. Really like the Falcons to beat the Bucks. And I do like tomorrow's game a lot. The Chargers, in I believe they're in are they in Mexico, I believe, or Puerto Rico. But yeah, either way, they have a bigger fan base there than obviously the Chiefs. So, and more money is going to be on the Chiefs. So, I really like the Chargers too. I think Braun's getting a ring for one reason. He's got to pass Steph Curry, right? So, like, if he doesn't pass Steph Curry, then people are going to debate. Like, I just like they can have the debate. Like, I'm talking about the sports media. They will not entertain LeBron being better than Jordan. I don't think they'll entertain Steph being better than LeBron. With the same amount of rings, they can enter, and the fact that he didn't team hop to do it, they can make that argument. I think Braun gets 5, and I think he gets it with his son. I thought that was going to be this year. It didn't happen. I genuinely think they're going to just make that happen. I could be wrong. It just they don't seem to hide the blatant storytelling, and it would be a big story for a father son to win one. Is the game about to start? I got. Oh yeah, it looks. No, they're usually about 15 minutes late. Yeah, I think he will. Fifth ring. He'll get 5. They won't let him get 6. I got Dallas winning Snoop straight up. I think Dak has a pretty good game. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's a cheap ass suit. I'm being honest. I just like different shit. It's like a velvet thing, so it's really comfortable. And yeah, I was like, yeah, let's pop this on. Like it's actually you could sleep in this thing. So I like to get stuff that's comfortable. Yeah. So you probably saw me with long hair. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I probably still look stressed depending on the day, but I had a cigarette problem, and I haven't improved too much because I use this thing now, you know, and you'll see me hit it way more than the normal person. But between money, the way you smell, all these others, I'm like, let me just go to the vape, try and wean off that. But yeah, I'm a lot. The hair makes a big difference. I think I had like super long hair, and that's how long it. And I think in the thumbnail for this, it shows my last video. So like people are probably confused. They're probably clicking on it, seeing some guy with long hair and like shaggy beard, and like what the hell. But yeah, I it just gave me the last picture, so I used that one. What's interesting too, the new stadium, yeah, that would make sense. We also have the 2 Super Bowl teams now. Maybe they're doing this on purpose, and they're not even. It couldn't even. Maybe it's not even a hidden sign. Maybe it's just how they do it. But we have both Super Bowl teams playing back to back, which is interesting. We got the Chiefs tomorrow, Eagles today. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, OGD. I have people tell me, yeah, the vapes, man. I'll tell you, it's more the taste. I feel like the taste of the flavor gets me like hitting them all the time and shit. But yeah, people tell me, yeah, long hair, you cut it. I only cut it because I live in Florida. You can't have, I don't know how, you can't have long hair in Florida. It's just not fun. So but yeah, I appreciate it. I but yeah, I want to get off the vape. But yeah, I got the Cowboys. To answer your question, someone had mentioned asked who you got tonight. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I did my video last night, so I have not been uploading at all. And like, not to make excuses, did have a car accident. Most of the people in here probably know that. Like, my car is like an accordion. So Yeah, yeah, I was like at least getting a video out like once every couple weeks, and then that wasn't even happening. And so like I'm surprised we even have a couple, a couple dozen people in here. That's nice. I appreciate you guys. So I just figured we'd go live kind of maybe an hour or two. I might start getting sore, I'll be honest, but and kind of get the channel going again. I was surprised. I went into my Discord and it was freaking a lot of people in there. So I'm like, man, thank you guys, because I thought the Discord would be dead because I have not been in there and I felt that, I haven't really been able to post or anything. But again, there's so many like I feel like people that just know kind of what's going on with the NFL and shit. So it makes it a lot easier.